So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 20 of Vinland Saga. The reaction is in the description, go watch it and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. And this is not gonna be a long discussion, I'm sorry, right away. Because, well, there was a moment of that discussion between the king, Swain, and the prince, and all like Askeladd having his emotions in check, and what they were discussing. I mean, I don't want to go like word by word as I sometimes was doing in Attack on Titan, because it is not that interesting as I think. But we're gonna look at it briefly. So we started with Floki. Floki, who was like, I don't believe that the prince is alive. I mean, he got the message. He got the message a few days prior to Prince Canute arriving that he's coming. He's coming, and he has his friendos, Thorkel and everyone, the whole army of a lot of. I mean, his army is basically Thorkel with like his super brutal guys. And Thorkel's army is no joke, because the man is a real warrior and he keeps everyone in check. So if you're a traitor, you're gonna be killed. You have to be a real warrior and the guys, his guys from his gang, they even told Askeladd's gang, like, you guys take your weapons. It's gonna be more fun to kill you. So they're not like, yeah, they're serious force. And Floki was in a denial. He was like, no way, the prince is alive. No way he have someone there, because yeah, basically the whole thing with sending prince at war was just for him to die out there. And Ragnar was very angry, like, no, don't send poor boy there. But King Swine decided that, and that was just for him to die. And now he's returning, and Floki was in a denial. And then the camera switches, and Floki is like what? Sees Prince Canute on the goddamn white horse. Maybe it's even Askeladd's horse, actually. I don't exactly remember, but I think Askeladd was riding a white horse. I may be wrong, but yeah, kind of feels like that. And he sees Prince Canute with on a horse, gigantic Thorkel in the back, and like huge army, and he's like, no way. And Prince was cool at that moment, because even there was this plot of trying to kill him. He is still a royalty. He is still a very respected person, and Floki should have acted as he's supposed to, like bow to the man and be like very, very nice. And the prince like, and what the hell? And where's the greetings? Like, why are you meeting me with goddamn spears and shit? And Floki was like, whoa. So that was a cool moment. And yeah, after they arrived, of course everyone during this episode noticed that. Oh, and Floki, Jesus, I already forgot. Floki sees Askeladd like smirking, like he always does. Everyone's smirking, like Thorkel and Askeladd, just Prince Canute and Thorfinn. They're like brick-faced guys. But Floki sees Askeladd, and that's cool, because I actually forgot that basically these two, they know each other for a long time. It was basically Floki who told Askeladd to kill Thors. And Floki sees like, oh shit, Askeladd. And I suppose he understands that if this guy is here, then that's all planned by him, probably. And we definitely see. I mean, yes, Askeladd is technically an advisor. He's now in the place of Ragnar, and he's an advisor. Though Ragnar was more like, don't speak with the prince, speak with me. But I mean, the prince was not as serious and self-confident, as he is now. So that was understandable. But now, when Askeladd is his advisor, I kind of see his influence, even though the prince is still having his own mind. But Askeladd is kind of inserting his 5 cents here and there, and maybe that's for better, but maybe that's not. I don't know, but I know that Askeladd has his own plot, and he's just siding with people who can help him to progress with that. So yeah, and then Prince is like, yeah, like, let me in, and all those Yorm's Vikings are there. And as I've said, or maybe I didn't say that, everyone, a few times in this episode, everyone's like, oh man, you changed. But yeah, like in few days, he changed in few days, guys. Completely. And then they're walking, so they have their like little gang. Man, this looks so crisp. The quality is like super good. So Prince Canute, gigantic Thorkel, Askeladd, Thorfinn, and some guy who's Thorkel's right hand or something. I don't remember, but he was in the army with Thorkel. So they are together, the main gang, basically. And the prince, being wise, he said like, okay, Thorkel, you're a motherfucking gigantic charismatic guy. You just go and drink and have fun with like generals and with those in power, You just be nice guy and find some friends to us. And Askeladd, like, we have to discuss some strategy thingies. And they discussed the possibility of assassination. And Prince, right after that, Prince said that Thorfinn, soon I'm gonna have a special mission for you that's not about saving my ass. That's probably about killing someone's ass. I don't exactly know what they're planning. I mean, they said later on that they kind of want to deal with the king. But if they're dealing with the king, there's still another brother. There's still Prince Harold. And he will not be there just standing and like, okay, you want to be the king? No problem. No, that's going to be another issue. So they have to deal with both of those. Either they have to decide, that's not going to happen, but either they have to decide with the brother, I kind of got bigger balls now, so I have to become the king. Either they have to deal with them as well. As far as I know, I mean, in most monarchies, in those times, especially, the older son should be having the priority. If the king dies without giving his crown, to his offsprings, he kind of. I mean, it's decided by who's the most who's the older one. That's the same in our world, with not our world, in our time. When some of your relatives die and there's something that they left, and it goes to the oldest son or daughter, to the oldest, and then kind of goes like lower, then to grandsons and stuff. At least in my country, that's the thing. So what I'm trying to say for fucking 3 or 4 minutes, that even if they're gonna deal with the king situation, they still have to deal with the brother situation. And I don't know if they plan to assassinate them both, or just assassinate the king and then fight the brother, because, well, they have a gigantic army. They have like awesome fighters. So, and we only have 5 episodes. I think it's 5 episodes. Something. How many episodes? No, we have 4 episodes. 24 episodes. So we kind of technically have to have a grand battle at some point. And yeah, so I guess they're probably gonna try to assassinate the king, but then gonna fight the brother maybe. And I mean, they still have to fight with Askeladd. I'm not sure. Will Askeladd? I know that I was told that the manga is giant compared to this anime. At first, when I started watching it, I was basically confident that this is a complete story. But no, this is almost basically like a prequel of some sort. I mean, not a prequel, but the very, very, very little part. So the main stuff starts later on. Um, Basically, kind of like Game of Thrones season 1, you know? Even though it's kind of self sustaining, but still the main stuff is after that. Um, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure that Thorfinn hears for a long period of time in the story. I'm pretty sure that Prince Canute's here for a long time. I hope that Thorkell's here for a long time past season 1. But what's up with Askeladd? Will he stay for longer than season 1, or they will have a duel in the end of this season, and Thorfinn will have his revenge on Askeladd? That's the question I'm interested in, because if that's gonna happen, then we have to dedicate like a whole episode for that in the end. And I don't know. I mean, Askeladd's story as a character is quite interesting, about his mother and father and all that, and his love towards whales, and a hatred towards Duns. It's all kind of interesting, but I'm not gonna be against if he's gonna be killed in a fair duel by Thorfinn, because the guy needs to have his revenge, so he can kind of transform back into a normal human being. Because now he's like he's like a very angry dog, a very angry and starving dog. You know, he has to eat something to become a nice, cute doggy. And now he's just super angry. And yeah, he's like trying to kill everyone in his sight. And even when the prince said, like, you have to, I'm gonna give you a special mission. After that, Thorfinn said, like screw you, I don't serve you or something. And Askeladd, like, I'm sorry, Prince Canute, he's very rude and stuff, but you know, Thorfinn's kind of weird. Like, I'm not serve you, but I still gonna do whatever you say. And with Askeladd, it's the same. He's just constantly used, poor guy. Unfortunately, I don't like his character too much. I mean, I root for him, but from the very first episodes, I was liking him. But then it's like, yeah, I get it. He went through so much, but there's no development for him after that. He's the same old Thorfinn. And yeah, so they had a talk and they discuss it. Oh, and then yeah, we have the prince moment of making funny face and looking at a church. And I mean, yes, of course, he has a great plans to deal with all the issues of the world, you know, because nowadays it's violence, it's slavery, it's wars, it's bad. It's bad. And he's willing to bring happiness to this world. I mean, like, in short. And this is great. I support this 100%. Because I also want that to happen in any type of world. But unfortunately, as we all know, first of all, this is a kind of a historic anime, you know, so we know that history after that still repeats itself, and still after this time there was a lot of wars, and even wars gonna happen after those times. So Prince wants the best, but even if he's gonna achieve it in his lifespan, give it a 100 years or so and it's gonna go to hell. It's like with Roman Empire as well. They achieved at some point, they achieved such level, and they fucked it up completely. So yeah, the prince has this moment of like looking at the skies and basically speaking with gods, like, I'm gonna make a better world here than you have there at heavens. And then they arrive near to the prince swine. Thorfinn has a Spider-Man filling system stuff thingy, and he says like, yeah, we have 20 archers left, right, and right above us. Instantly feels that it's a trap. But they still decided to go in, and I mean, that was in a way a weird scene. I'm not gonna say that I completely got everything. Why exactly the king, knowing that he is in danger while his son is here and while he's like such ballsy, and wants the crown, why he, knowing all that, decided to not kill the prince? I kind of missed the moment, if this was explained or not, but they didn't kill the prince. They had a nice talk again when Prince, the king said that it's not I who rule, it's the crown who rules. And that's kind of true. When you get the power, when you get money, you just want more power and more money. That's like a snowball. And even the nicest person, when he gets in this position with power and money, he may become a greedy bastard very, very easy. So this is true, and especially when you have such power. So whatever he said, that's true, and that's cool that he actually kind of accepts that he understands that. And this prince, this king, he reminds me a lot of the king from The Lord of the Rings. I don't exactly remember what's his name, because it was like how many years, like 20 years or something ago, when I saw Lord of the Rings. But in the second movie, they had the possessed king. There was all ill and like and very evil. And that that king looks very much like him. Like always, like looks like a goddamn frog. And Askeladd, Askeladd really wanna kill the king. That's obvious, and he was like, yes, he's here. He was constantly trying to keep his calm. To keep his temper calm, himself calm. And at some moment, when the king said that he's a bastard, basically, how is that? I mean, not a legal son of a king person. Askeladd was like in fire. He was like emitting energy out of himself. So even Thorfinn said like, Jesus, that's scary. I never saw this man so angry. So I'm not gonna go through the old dialogue. We all saw that. I was sitting there and being mostly silent because I was trying to hear what they were saying. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I got everything, but I'm gonna rewatch it during the editing, so kind of gonna get more. So yeah, the ambush happens, and but they don't fight against our guy. Our guys don't fight. And Prince Canute started saying something like. The king proposed for him to have some little province, basically, to rule it and to live there and to pray. But the prince was not happy with that. It was like, is that your crown saying? But Askeladd like, oh, excuse moi, don't listen to him. I have some other things to say. And after that, king decides like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're that guy. What's your real name? Ashen One. So Askeladd is Ashen One. Basically, the if you translate it somewhat in a Danish, I guess. And he asked what was your real name. So the father gives the name, right? And father didn't give him any name. It was his mother who gave him his name. And the king like, yeah, you guys are interesting. I'm gonna let you live, and goes away. But then they remembered and they understood that the king is not stupid. Maybe he's not possessed, but obsessed with the crown and all that, but he is not stupid. He realizes what's coming, and he definitely is prepared to the assassination situation. 100%. I mean, this man is an old ass man. He's very experienced, and he basically went through that. He said that he dealt with his own father to have the crown, and his father was almost like him in a way. Maybe not completely, but yeah. So he took the crown to make the world a better place. Kind of the same strategy. I mean, goes always like that. The circles are circling all over the place. But then we see our priest. I forgot his name. Winning a drinking game, and he's like all shaved, look handsome. I mean, I love this guy. He's like such a weirdo. I instantly recognized him. And everyone like, who are you? Everyone's shocked. And then Floki decided to play the drinking game. I wonder who's gonna win. But the priest, I don't know, man. This guy was drinking so much during the whole journey. So yeah, then we see Ragnar's brothers, like such a cartoony guy, who's nice, and who's loyal, and he has the same type of cone head structure. So also a nice man. I kind of like him, but unfortunately he learned that Ragnar is dead now. And he also said that, oh, Prince, you've changed. And yeah, man, no shit. That's true. Gundar or his name, like Gunnar. So that was Ragnar and he's Gunnar. So they also have some discussion about some plans, so that's kind of interesting. So it's kind of something's coming. And what's coming? We're gonna see. Then we see super macro video of Askeladd peeing in the snow. It was gorgeous. And yeah, these two guys, brothers, the stupid one and the coward one. They say their goodbye to Askeladd. They decided to go away, and he's not stopping them. And I mean, that's okay. They betrayed Askeladd at some moment, even though this betrayal, it was not an evil betrayal. They just decided, like, you know what, man, we don't trust you as a commander anymore. You lost your luck. and we just want to have the prince and have our gold and all that and all that. But they failed miserably, and they have to thank God that they are alive, because everyone else is not here to tell the story. The fat guy is actually he's completely lost his mind, and the other like is very very sad. Nasculat gave him some gold. That was nice, and even said like, "Don't fight, guys. You're not fitting to be fighters. So yeah, have a wife, raise some sheep, have a child, and die peacefully." I mean, I wish it can go this way so easily. But I don't think he actually gonna become a warrior after that. He had his time as a warrior. He killed a lot, I think, because he was in Askelad's gang. People were killing other people in it. And he lives, yeah. And we learned that Bjorn is also badly wounded, like really badly wounded. He was cut in the guts. And yeah, unfortunately, this is very deadly. Being shot or damaged in there is in the stomach area or lower. That's very bad. Even nowadays, it's really deadly. Surprisingly, even the lungs is not as bad as fucking guts. And yeah, before that we saw Thorfinn training, smashing huge object. He's always fighting guys who's bigger than he is. I just don't want him to kill Thorkel, please. Thorkel is like the bright star of this. They shouldn't kill Thorkel. And then we switch to February, to some place again in poor England. And we see slavers and slaves everywhere. Jesus, I'm looking at the pictures and everyone is like slaves. Buy this woman. I'd buy this woman. And I'd love her. And I'd give her house. And I'd give her freedom. Fucking bastards. And yeah, we see Leaf. Bold man Leaf is here. He's still searching for Thorfinn, because he kind of thinks he may be in slavery. I mean, he may be slave or something. And I feel that they may soon meet each other. I just feel it, because they showed him like here and now, previously and now. So it definitely is a build up. I wonder what's up with the women, with our women, with Helga and with Ylva. Because Ylva was a really cool character as well, like a strong woman, like, yep. I wonder what's up with the village. Because they also had this conflict. In the very first few episodes, they had a guy with a chain, the angry and a very menacing guy, but he just was there for some time, and we never heard about him. I have a feeling that such a colorful character should not go to waste. He will definitely appear sometime later in the story. And that's it. We see Leaf, glimpse of hope, and that's it. That's the episode. So I wonder what's gonna happen next. And I lied when I said that it's not gonna be a long discussion. I'm sorry. But what can we do? So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Gonna try to watch it and upload it faster, because yeah, I promised here, I promised there, but life is not that simple. So unfortunately, not every day I have time or will to do that. But we're getting closer to the end. And thank you for tuning. Thank you for watching. See you guys. Bye bye.